Hey everybody, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here, and we are doing another Hour of Devastation Amonkhet Intermediate Swiss Draft League. Crested Sunmare is the rare, and it's a mythic as a matter of fact, and it's a great card, so we're definitely going to take it. I mean, a 5-mana 5-5 is good. It's also worth a couple tickets, but it's a very strong limited card too. It's not too difficult to gain life in this format, and there's plenty of lifelink cards. There's plenty, like God Pharaoh's Faithful, almost assuredly can wheel that, and that goes well with it. You just get one every time you cast an off-color spell. Well, certain off-color spell, but otherwise, other strong cards in here: the Puncturing Blow, the Fervent Paincaster, the Aerial Guide, and then less so but still playable: the Ruin Wrath, the Moloch, the Reed Stalker, the Screecher. The Supreme Will is obviously good too. It's just, this pack is like all good cards other than the God Pharaoh's Faithful. So taking the Sunmare, strong mythic. Well, look at that. Then we even get to follow up with a removal spell with life gain tacked onto it. Pretty perfect. So we'll take that over Vizier of the True, over the Aven, which also works with the Sunmare, over the Ambuscade, certainly over the Apocalypse Demon. Another pack just full of very good cards. Okay, pick 3. Overcome is very good. It definitely is good. There's also Oketra's Avenger, which is a premium 2-drop spell in white, but Overcome is certainly much stronger, I think. Although last time I played this card, it did absolutely nothing for me. And then we've got some deserts in here. I guess I can take the Overcome. It's tough not to take a spell that makes your army huge. So we definitely want to be a pretty creature-based deck if we take the Overcome. But yeah, I guess it is better enough over Avenger where I probably take it. Avenger is definitely good, but Overcome is like this format's Overrun, so I think it's worse than Overrun. I mean, besides the fact that it's obviously +1/+1 less for each creature, but I don't really think the savings of one colored mana symbol matters enough. So it's still good though. So now we can take Ambuscade over God Pharaoh's Faithful, and that's the only white and green card in here, so I guess that's okay. What else is in here? Aerial Guide, the Scrapper, the Eternal, and that's all we care about. So getting the Ambuscade here is actually pretty nice. Okay, so now there's Ritualist, but we can take the Faithful. I don't really like the Faithful, but I don't really like the Ritualist all that much either. It's okay. It's more of like a mid-range thing. If I take the God Pharaoh's Faithful, it's pretty good synergy with the Sunmare, but the problem is if I'm playing green, I won't get any synergy with it. That is a dilemma. Okay. Alright, I guess we do take the Ritualist then. So there's Solitary Camel, there's Ronus' Stalwart. So the Camel's going to have better synergy with the Sunmare if I can get the deserts online. I do already have some incentive to get deserts, but Ronus' Stalwart is definitely a premium 2-drop. I think I'm going to make sure we get enough 2-drops here. Like, yes, Camel has good synergy with Sunmare. We're going to find other ways to gain life. I'm not going to build my entire deck around Sunmare. Sunmare, at worst, is a 5-mana 5/5, which is definitely good. And we're going to be able to find some lifelink in here, but I really want to pick up these premium 2-drops. I still am standing by this format being quite aggressive. Alright, look, immediately rewarded with a Camel anyway. Very good. I still think this format, it's easy to get too many 3-drops too. That's still a big issue. So I'm going to take the Camel here. Some late black cards that are playable, the Rat and the Doomfall, but definitely happy with the Camel. So now we can take Sharpshooter, Dune Diviner. Some actual synergy with Sunmare that I think is pretty cool. That is actually kind of cool. This card is terrible outside of Crested Sunmare, but it's interesting enough where I kind of want to take it over an Active Heroism. I'm a Sharpshooter. This is a pretty good 5-drop. I don't think it's like... Honestly, I think it's close enough to Colossopede. Like, yes, I get that it's got Vigilance and Reach, and that is important, but paying 5 mana for a 4/4 in green is actually kind of a... It's gotten worse. Creatures are hyper efficient now. I know, Dune Diviner seems crazy there, but I'm taking it. Alright, we're taking the Desert here. A very good gift on the wheel for us. Haven of Enduring Hope. Definitely good with what we're doing. Gifted another desert. This is coming together nicely. If we can get a minimum of 3 deserts, I'll feel pretty good. And if we can get more, it's gravy. All right, we'll take the encampment. Once again, seeing these late faithful is cool for the Sunmare, but if we're green-white, that's not going to work. So, all right, third desert. Looking good now. We've got, already have 3 desert cards as well. And we already have how many ways to gain life? 1, 2, 3, 4 ways to gain life. Looking good. All right, I guess we'll take the faithful now. I wish I could do something with it. All right, we'll take the renunciation. Seeing the super late white is reassuring. We've already committed to green-white, but we've got some very powerful cards in here. We already have Desert's Hold and Ambuscade for removal. Overcome to win the game. Plenty of life gain cards. Looks pretty good. All right. And I have sort of, I mean, even though it's still an aggro format, the thing that I like is that these cycle lands let you more comfortably play 17 lands without feeling bad about it. All right, I think it's pretty easy Steward of Solidarity here. Champion of Wits is a cool card. I wonder if it's worth anything. I'm not going to take it, obviously, but I'm just interested in looking at it. What? Okay, Champion of Wits is worth 8 tickets. I guess I have to take it. Oh my god, I'm glad I checked that one. Holy crap. 8 tickets. 8 tickets. Okay. Well, there's also Farm to Market. And yeah, like Steward of Solidarity, Farm to Market, Harrier, Nagarfield, I gotta take 8 tickets. I don't know what to tell you guys. Sorry. I'm taking 8. Am I supposed to like splash this card or something with my encampment? Is it really that good? I'm missing something. There's some graveyard deck that is highly abusing this, I guess. 8 tickets. Wow. I had no idea. Sharpshooters, Sandblast, Stalwart. I kind of want to take the Stalwart over the Sandblast. Removal is pretty premium, though. The thing is, Stalwart is such a good beater. Such an excellent finisher. Really like the card a lot. We want to be a creature-centric deck. We want to make sure we have enough of a low curve. Sandblast is good removal, though. It's basically premium 2-drop creature versus pretty good removal. I don't put Sandblast in the premium removal category because it is 3 mana, but it's pretty good removal. It's pretty good. I'm going to go with the Stalwart. My gut, I think I wouldn't argue. First and foremost, don't freak out that I'm taking this over Sandblast, because I'm really not going to respond well if you're not going to write something. If you're going to comment on it, it better be critical in a good way. You better have a better explanation than, I don't like that you picked Stalwart over Sandblast. You better have a much better explanation than that, or I am not going to pay it any heed. All right, probably just take the Prowler here. Yeah, I mean, there's some white cards, nothing we're really interested in. Feral Prowler is actually a good 2-drop. I've been pretty impressed with it for the most part. Well, we could take the Chef at Dunes. I've been interested in trying that card out. It's a desert for our desert cards. It's also just a very interesting card in general. Seeing some black cards that are good. I suppose you could splash a Lethal Sting. Kind of want to try out this Chef at Dunes, though. We already have, this will be our 4th desert, so works well with the Dune Diviner, with the Sunmare, and on top of that, I don't know, maybe we can sack a desert and buff our team for some value. We're not giving up much of anything. A Mummy Paramount, which isn't really synergistic with our deck, other than being a 2-drop 2/2. So, and I don't want to splash Obelisk Spider. It's a cool card, but I'm not going to splash it. So let's just take the Chef at Dunes. It's the first time I've gotten to play with that card. Jeez, Banewit Punisher is very good. It's surprising seeing it that late. I think we're just going to take the second Camel, though. More lifelink. There is Driven to Despair, which we could take too. This is a rare too. That's actually interesting. This card is pretty good, I think. Green card draw is unusual. Even if you don't get to play the Despair side, which by the way we can off our Survivor's Encampment, it's still pretty good. I think I might opt towards the rare here. I really do like the lifelink Camel, but the rare is pretty good, I think. Alright, take the Avon here over the Sandwalla, I think. Sandwalla is cheaper, and it is good, but I kind of like having a couple Avons for our Sunmare value. I've been pretty impressed with Avon, actually. I'm going to give it a try here. Like, granted, we have 4 or 5 drops now, but like I said, with 4 deserts, 2 of which are cycle deserts, I probably can play 17 lands, not feel bad about it. Oh, also the Ritualist can fix for Despair as well, so that's kind of cool. So we have 2 ways to fix for this Aftermath rare. I think this effect is pretty strong. Okay, now I think we're going to take the Hope Tinder. I think I underevaluated this card. I actually like it, I think, more than Sandwalla because it just gets you to your, like, even though you have to exert to actually ramp with it, the fact that it's a bear that also ramps, I think actually makes it pretty good. I like it. Alright, we'll take another Cycle Desert here. Granted, we actually need some playables, but that is interesting. We're lower on playables than I thought, but we're going to take the desert here over all these other white cards. That's a late lethal sting. It seems like black is definitely open, but I am fully committed to my green-white plan at this point, so no looking back. And it's fine. Now I absolutely feel comfortable playing 17 lands with all these deserts. And Dude Diviner is actually looking pretty sexy with our Crested Sun Mare. Because remember, it's at the beginning of each end step. So my turn, tap an untapped desert, gain a life, get an indestructible horse. Your turn, tap an untapped desert, get an indestructible horse. It's pretty crazy. If you're netting 2 5/5 indestructible horses, you know, each turn cycle, that's crazy. That is insane. What? 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 So, removal spell versus dude that spits out dudes? I think we take dude that spits out dudes. I don't actually... This card is so good, too. Oh, man. Well, I think because we have the Overcome, the Steward makes a lot more sense. And we also have the Chef at Dunes. All right. I mean, this is premium removal. I think this one is certainly better than Sandblast. But the Steward just synergizes too well with our deck to not take it here. All right. Gift of Strength I'll take. That's the latest lethal thing I think I've ever seen in my life. I might even... Could we just splash it? Maybe I can. Because I'm already splashing black. I maybe even toss the Swamp. But this card is so good. I'm going to take the Lethal Sting over Gift of Strength. We're going to splash. Yeah, now God Pharaoh's Faithful becomes a thing? Probably not. I guess we'll take the Disposal Mummy. Although, I don't really want to play it. I guess we can take it in case we have to. Leave to Chance. Might actually take it. I'm not going to play the other 2 things, and technically we can play Chance. Alright, I'll take the white card to cut it. Take the Abomination in case we need it. Alright, so... Wow. Very, very interesting what's going on here. Cut to ribbons. I assume that doesn't have any value, right? That'd be cool if it did. Nope. Alright, so we have Devoted Cropmate, we have the Cartouche of Strengths, we have the Naga Vitalist, we have the Greater Sandworm. Okay, so Cartouche synergizes currently with, I think Stalwart, if you exert it, is fine. The Prowler is a 2/4 body is fine. A 3/3, a 3/3, any 3/4, 4/3 is fine too. So we have good bodies for it. I think we just take Cartouche. Because we are still in the market for some removal upgrades. I mean, we have 3 currently, 1 splashing, right? So I'm fine taking Cartouche here. We need 4 creatures. We can I mean, Cropmate getting back. We have a lot of premium 2-drop creatures, actually. But I think we wheel a Vitalist, which is still good in our deck alongside the Overcome and the Chef at Dunes. Or we could wheel a Sandworm. I think we're going to wheel something we want here, but we'll take the Cartouche because removal is good. Exemplar of Strength is very good. There's Start to Finish too, though, which I like a lot. I like that you get the multiple bodies and we can still splash finish pretty easily in this deck with the Encampment and the Ritualist and maybe a Swamp or 2. Exemplar is pretty cool, though. You gain the life for the Sunmare. Jeez. Ugh, this is tough. And it's a 2-drop. Remember I said 2-drops are good, but this also is really good removal. It's creatures, which is good with our Overcome and our Dunes, and it's a removal spell that we can splash for and make work. I think I'm... Jeez. This is really difficult. Remember, you can also put the -1/-1 counters on a different creature too, which really does make this card powerful. This is tough. I think I'm going to opt for the versatility of start to finish, but I wouldn't blame you for going the other way on that at all. Here we just take a companion pretty easily. Nice 2-drop creature that beats hard, and it works well with our exert stuff, so taking it and happy with it. Fanbearer is fantastic. Oh, there's also Takrop Elite, though. Jeez. Takrop Elite is so good, too. Just more team buff. I kind of want to take the Takrop Elite over the Fanbearer. That is so difficult. They're both so good. I think I go Takrop Elite. I don't... That's so difficult. I honestly don't know the right answer to this, but it evades, and I've won so many games on the back of a Takrop Elite. I've won games on the back of Fanbearer, but I feel like my gut is just leading me right to Elite. I've won a lot of games on the back of this card. Sandworm Convergence. I think we've already got enough ways to... We've got our 5/5s that we need. So I might take the Impeccable Timing, another 2-drop removal spell, which is playable. We already have 14 creatures with the start to finish as well. I don't need the 8-drop thing, I don't think. I think I'm good. Let's take the timing. So now there's a Sandworm. We could take the Approach of the Second Sun. I mean, it's funny that it has synergy with Sunmare. I don't really need the Sandworm, I guess, either. We'll take it. I've certainly won some games on the back of Approach of the Second Sun, and I've lost some games as well. It's cool enough. It actually, you know what, it works well alongside the Cycle Deserts, because you can just get to it quicker. Alright, we'll take it. It's interesting pick. Alright, now it's Companion versus Initiate. Initiate's certainly a better card overall. Companion is just cheaper. I think I'm okay taking another 3-drop here. The Initiate is pretty nice. I like having the versatility in my deck. Gustwalker and Evolving Wilds? No! I have to... No! I want this so bad. We can splash our black spells, but Gustwalker is like the premium of premium 2-drops. It just kills people. I have to take it. Oh my gosh. That's tough. How does Gustwalker go that late? That is crazy. So now we have to figure out, like, cuts too. I guess it's a good problem to have, but geez. Crazy. Crazy deck. Very, very cool deck. We get the Crop Mate back too. We have so many premium 2-drops. This card is just exceptionally good for us. So I guess we can take Spidery Grasp if we go up against the Flyers. This is actually good with our Exert, of which we have more than you would think, actually. 5, 6. Yeah, maybe it is Resolve then. We're not going to play it, I guess, main deck, but, well, get one anyway. Spider, I guess. Full Art Land. I don't care if my opponents play that. Let me see what this does, actually. Non-token creature you control dies to gain 1 life. Then you can draw and discard. So it works with... Oh, I see. It's kind of cool that it works with Sunmare, but it is non-token, so it doesn't work with... Well, how are your indestructible horses going to die anyway, right? Right. I guess they die to Hour of Devastation, but so is your original Sunmare as well. Okay, so our deck is sweet. Our deck is insanely good. We have 5 deserts, too. That's pretty insane. And we have all sorts of good things going on here, so this deck is sweet. Just removal for days. We're splashing black. I have no problem playing 17 lands. I think I might cut the Approach of the Second Sun, though. It's cool, it's just this deck just does not need it. This deck does not need it. What's our removal? Cartouche, Ambuscade, Lethal Sting, Desert's Hold, Finish, Impeccable Timing. Maybe we don't need the Impeccable Timing. It's certainly the worst of our removal spells. And I want to keep my creature count relatively high, too, for this Overcome. Like, 16 might not seem high to you, but it's actually 17 with the start to finish, so even better. So I might just cut Impeccable Timing and Approach of the Second Sun, rock 17 creatures, and just be happy that we have still pretty premium removal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 premium removal spells, which is certainly enough. We have evasion, we have beats, we have synergies, we have life gain, we have card draw, we have inevitability. This deck is strong. This deck is very strong. We're going to cut the approach to the second sun and the impeccable timing, and we're just going to focus on the key aspects of our deck. The Sunmare synergies, the flyers, the overcome, the removal, the beats. We're looking sweet. Very, very cool looking deck. So I think we want 1 swamp. They say 2. If we go like, this would be 7 white. Well, let's sort by color, I guess. We need to take a look here at what we're doing. So, things that actually require black is just 1 spell? Is that right? Wait a second. I thought we had another one. Did I cut it or something? I guess I was just counting start to finish. So we can easily get away with 1 swamp in here, because we only have 1 black spell, 1 spell that actually requires black, and we'll have the encampment, we'll have the ritualist, and we'll have a swamp. So 3 ways to get it is fine. And who doesn't like a 3-way, honestly? So let's do this, and we'll get some green mana up in here too. So we're pretty spot on even with green and white, huh? All right, well, let's even that out to the best of our ability, and then we'll add the extra swamp. So we only need 1 swamp. Bring this up, bring this down. So this would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then it's 9 green and 2 swamp. Or, yeah, 2 swamps with the encampment. Okay. Do I want... Maybe I would want like something... Maybe I would prefer the extra white, because a lot of them are going to be deserts. So enter the battlefield tapped could be a bigger problem. I actually don't know. What do we have more of early? I guess that's sort of the deciding factor. Oh, we have more green early. Okay. Then maybe we do want the extra green. So 8 green. We do need double white for the Chefette Dunes. Jeez. I still think I'm going to opt... I think I'm going to do my mana base like this. We're doing the extra white, but we need double white at least for the Chefette Dunes, which I think is going to come up. And I feel as though we probably have enough green. That's tough, though. Solid argument either way. This deck is a lot of fun. This deck looks like a lot of fun. Looks very good. So, yeah. Gonna run it like this. Cool. Cool deck. I like it. Let's see what we can do with it, huh? Green, white, splash black. Junk. See you round 1.